Let's talk about open houses. This is one of those marketing strategies that are so simple to take advantage of, but it gets you directly in front of leads, helping you grow that database, but more importantly, getting you in front of leads that are ready to go, that are warmed up, unlike the cold leads that come from Facebook and Google Ads. I'm going to share with you my favorite way to prep for open houses, what the complete process is from the starting to the day of the open houses, even post open house follow up. One of my agents recently, in one of our weekly check in calls, she was asking about open houses and how she can take advantage of them. And I was explaining the complete process of how it works for me. And I realized we just had a really insightful, deep conversation. And I thought this would make a really good YouTube video and share with all of you who are following me. So I hope that you find this insightful and let me know in the comment section below. And before I dive into some of the concepts and strategies, I want to take a moment to quickly introduce myself, especially if this is your first time meeting me. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty Brokerage, and I'm also a CRM peer coach with Insight Real Estate. On this channel, I really bring my own experience to the forefront, from working in the marketing sector as a marketing consultant for over a decade to now being in the real estate space as an agent and also as an investor. So you get to learn from me from everything from real estate marketing to lead generation strategies to social media marketing to even strategies to working with buyers, seller clients, and investors as well. And also agents, if you're looking to grow your team and agent attraction, you can find all of that content here. And also, this would be a great time to hit that subscribe button so that we can stay connected, so that we can learn and grow together. And also, if you are looking to join a brokerage, a real estate brokerage, if you're a new agent, or if you're looking to really level up in your real estate business and you're looking to really, not just grow your business, but level up in a way that you become more skilled, you become a connector, you become an agent that is going to really grow your business from a multifaceted layered perspective, then check out eXp Realty. We are a virtual brokerage. You can work anywhere, anytime, and you get an opportunity to work with agents around the world in 24 market at the time of recording this. I highly recommend you look this up because you can look up Agent Wolfpack. You get to choose me as your sponsor. Make sure you do your research when you're choosing a sponsor at eXp. Any information you like about this, the link is in the description below. I highly recommend you book a call with me, and I'll be happy to explain everything about our brokerage and what it's like to be part of Agent Wolfpack. So let's talk about open houses, the complete process. And again, I'm going to walk you through some of my own favorite strategies of what works, and I'm going to try to keep it super simple. But I want you to take away from this is that you are in full control here. You're kind of like an event planner, a project manager when it comes to doing open houses. And remember, folks, it does not have to be your own listings to do open houses. And that's why I love being a part of a brokerage like eXp Realty, because we have over 90,000 agents in 24 markets. So we have hundreds and thousands of agents in different states and provinces you can reach out to and ask if you can do open houses for them. And I see all the time agents are posting, in especially in the summertime with vacations coming up, people are always posting and asking for agents to help them with open houses. And this is an amazing marketing strategy, a lead generation, a prospecting strategy to get you in front of people. And the beautiful part is sometimes it can take you months, weeks to actually convert and nurture online cold leads that are coming from ads that you might be paying a lot of money for. Where in this case, with a very, in a short amount of time and with very little budget, you can directly connect with people in your community who are already made a decision to potentially buy or even sell their house. So they're walking through these open houses to see, hey, I live in this neighborhood. I want to see what that property, how it's prepared and what it's going for and what the condition it's in. So I'm going to go for a walkthrough. So you have an opportunity to meet your potential clients there. So let's talk about it. Number one, first and foremost, and you're learning from someone who is an event planner who worked in the events and marketing space. So I'm all about this. My favorite part of this whole process is this: if you can get the planning and preparation intact, you're going to come to that open house super confident. You're going to come with a lot of knowledge because you're ready to go and you did the homework. So first and foremost, you want to choose a time and day that works the best. Obviously, weekends are better. It allows you to meet more people, and daytime would be an ideal timing between like 12 and 4, 2 and 4, because timing is so important because of natural lighting coming in. You want to allow for people to be able to see everything in the property. And the other is you want to just let your seller know when it's happening so they're not at the place. And also, they help you prep the property in a way that you remove anything personal and belongings in the property. You get the property, if there's any updates that needs to be done, you can work together to do that, and you can get it cleaned. You can make sure that it's staged well. Whatever the circumstances with the property, you can work really closely with. If you're not the listing agent, you can work really closely with the listing agent and the seller to make sure the property is prepped for the open house. And also, I always like to come with another agent. And luckily, my business partner, my husband, is my also part of my domestic team, and we work together closely. So he always accompanies me to events like this, also because of safety reasons, but also especially in some of the open houses I've done, they're really big houses over, 25 to 3,000 square foot, and there's 3 stories sometimes, and often you don't want to be in a house alone with people and showing the property on the first floor and more people are walking through. So I always have somebody who's always by the door or ready to greet people and get information from people while I'm kind of touring and getting to know people. So we always split the task of doing that. But obviously, if you can't get someone who's licensed and ready to go, like my husband is, you can always get an assistant to help you out as well. And that's why for me, finding the right time, making sure you're doing some marketing and promotions to make sure you're going to get a nice influx of people is something that I spent during this stage, the planning and prep. So I recommend you obviously put it on the MLS listing, or you talk to the listing agent to maybe create a Facebook page for it. You can potentially an event page. You can do multiple Facebook posts for it. You can do a reel on social media. You can do a story about it. I highly recommend that you share as widely as possible. And one of my all-time favorite is two things that I like to do is for a little as even 10 to 15, even $5 a day, you can do an ad leading up to the open house. At least give it 5 to 7 days, and you can do an open house Facebook ad, and or you can do a property boost open house ad. And if you want to know how that's done, you can find that on my channel right here in the playlist, especially if you have kvCORE. I highly, because you get people that are potentially interested in this open houses coming directly to your database. So that's something that I wanted to mention is help promote the property, and get prepared so that that people are going to be coming into this open house. And I like to do it double days, not just one day. So you have people have a variety of coming on Saturday versus Sunday. And also, doing an open houses, especially as an agent, whether it is your own listing or not, obviously you want to get that property sold, but it's all about extending your database, your business, and in getting in front of as many people as possible. So for me, I want to make sure I'm bringing a lead capture. What I mean by that, some sort of a signing sheet, a form, so that I'm able to capture all the contact information of every single person that's walking through that door. And yes, sometimes some people may not want to give you their personal information, and you can tell them, hey, or you can tell them that even if you didn't want to be contacted, you need to be able to take some sort of an information to allow them to see the property is for safety reason. And I don't know about you, I know all my sellers don't want strangers walking into the property without being documented. So especially if it's a showing that they're coming for, they're coming with the realtor and they're coming accompanied by a professional. Where at an open house, anyone could walk in, and you want to make sure that you are protecting the best interest of your client and the seller. Even if they're not your own client, you want to make sure that property is protected and you're always collecting all the information. So I love to use the open house app via kvCORE. I have a full tutorial on this channel, so I highly recommend you check that out, because the moment people fill in the information, it goes directly into my CRM. There's no work that needs to be done, especially in the post open house follow up, to be able to, because I can spend that time really building relationship and following up and touching base, and less doing admin work. So I highly recommend you automate that process. And the other thing when it comes to, planning and preparation, is getting in the right mindset and understanding the market. That, 'cause sometimes we don't really do that research when we go into it. So make sure you do that research of understanding what kind of properties are selling in the area, and the comps, especially if this is not your own listing, make sure you looked up comps. So people are going to talk about price. That is going to come up. And sometimes real estate agents bring their clients doing open houses. And so you want to make sure that you are well informed and you know about the market, you know about the neighborhood and the community, and specifically that listing and comparables to that listing. So now let's talk about on the day of the open house. Super exciting. It has finally arrived. Make sure you come early and make sure you come with a couple of tools. When I say tools, I mean you're going to make sure you come with the MLS sheets, a couple of them printed like an information, maybe a booklet you want to put together. You has your business card as well so that you're able to promote yourself. I also like to bring maybe a flyer that tells you that all the things you get if you were to list with me. And so you can do that as a booklet that everybody gets to take when they leave. And also, I like to bring refreshments. Maybe you want to bring a little coffee, a teapot. Maybe you want to bring a little bit of Timbits or donuts. You'll know what I mean by Timbits if you're Canadian. And come with some refreshments. And I love about refreshments is that while people are grabbing food and drinks, you have a chance to talk with them. And they can grab their coffee, and now there's a moment where you can pause together and have a conversation. And I love that because this is where you can grab information from the person you just met, who could be a total stranger walking through the door. But guess what? You can ask them, what brings you here? Are you looking to move? Do you live in the area? And you can start to ask all these pre-qualifying questions to help you. And the moment that person walks away, I make sure to put that in my CRM so that next time when I call them after the open house, I'm able to touch base and deeply build a better relationship. And also, the reason why I like to also arrive early is I want to make sure the temperature is right. I want to make sure the curtain is open, the windows are open if it needs to, and everything smells right. Because the last open house I had, there was gas smell, and I needed to call the seller to call in the the hydro to come in and check. So it's really important that you are, not just hydro, but for electricity purposes, but also you want to make sure that there's no gas leaks that are happening, and they need to bring in the company in the area to have a look. I don't know if it's to do with the community or that house itself. So there were some hiccups right before my open houses, and trust me, it's a learning, which is why I wanted to share them with you. And another thing that I like to do is I like to come early because I wanted to take that last minute to promote a little bit more. I like to do a YouTube live and Instagram, Facebook live, where I'm going live on my channels, doing a virtual walkthrough of the open house, and letting people know if you want to see this in person, you can come in and see it. And I let them know. And that's another thing you could do is, along with this open house in person, you can book and you can kind of promote a live virtual tour as well. That you're kind of letting people know I'm here and here's what's so unique about the property. And now they want to come see it in person because you kind of made it, you're not giving everything away, but you've done it in a way that is enticing for people to want to come in and kind of take it all in. So make sure that you go with all the right tools. Like I mentioned, making sure you have some sort of sign-in sheet, the information booklet, MLS sheets, with promoting, your business cards, flyers, etc., as well as refreshments. And also with somebody, you always want to make sure you have someone with you, whether they're a licensed agent, someone from your team, or even someone that is an assistant, or a family member, someone that can assist you on the day of, because it can get overwhelming, and also for privacy and safety reasons as well. Lastly, my second favorite thing is the post open house follow up. Like I mentioned, meeting people, now you'll realize, is not the hard part. That now the meat of it all that's going to really increase conversion and make sure these contacts are truly, this open house is worth it for you, is in the follow up. So make sure that you are going back to your database. And remember, if you're using the kvCORE open house app, they're all hashtagged under this particular open house, 123 Main Street, whatever. So now you can pull up that hashtag, because they're all going to come from that source of hashtag, and you can look every contact up. And if you made notes besides them, great. Now you can follow up, touch base, and build a deeper relationship. Even if that's not the property, you can find another property for them and you can be their agent. So, which is great. Or you can potentially sell their property, and now they liked you, they got to meet you. Now you can really build that trust together and build a deeper relationship. And also in this phone call, I like to ask for feedback, especially if they're not interested in the house. because I want to be able to share this with the seller or potentially with the listing agent that helped me, give me this opportunity. Because I also, not just for agent attraction purposes, I work really closely with a lot of other agents. I train thousands of agents, and to me, I want agents like that to give me more opportunities to do more open houses. And I love to just have really good relationship with everybody all around. So that's a great way to send this to the listing agent who allowed you to do the open houses and share feedback with them. And also, you're keeping the seller informed and letting them know, here is the feedback of doing the open houses. Here's the number of people that walk through the door. Here's the amount of people that showed interest. And you're able to have a deep conversation, and your seller know that they chose the right agent because you do your homework and you give them all the information that they wanted to hear, especially if the property isn't doing well on the market. Now you have the right information to back you up, to share with you in factual data of what we're hearing from the buyers that are coming in. So in the event that you need to price reduce, you need to, rejig the listing a little bit, you can do that. So, and again, last little bit of additional tip is all about, it really is a mindset game. The more and more we were having this conversation with one of my agents, it occurred to me how many people are so afraid of open houses and to take advantage. Remember, folks, you got into real estate because you're a people person. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, you want to help people. And this is such a great way to test your personality a little bit and get in front of people without having to be official. Because once you got a client, then it gets really nerve-wracking, right? You can test yourself out, challenge yourself, do some homework about the community. The more, that's why I told you the most important aspect is the prep and planning. Because the more I am armed with all of this knowledge, I'm that much more confident. And that people are going to come in because you did the marketing and promotion. You have the right tools getting there. So logistically, everything's going to be great. And lastly, again, I'm always a safety person, and just doing a lot of events. I want to always make sure things are clean. People are not going to trip, fall. And also, you're protecting yourself by taking someone else with you so that you're not always alone in this property. I hope this is helpful for you in kind of understanding how to conduct open houses. You're going to be an open house pro. I hope this is helpful for you. I know I got excited in the middle bit. I hope I wasn't too fast. But please let me know in the comment section below if you found it helpful. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. Stay connected. And as always, please, if you're looking to partner with me at eXp Realty and join Agent Wolfpack in choosing me as your sponsor, and if you want to do a little bit of research and ask me questions of how I can help you grow your real estate business, I highly recommend you visit the link, book a call with me to learn everything about eXp Realty, Agent Wolfpack, sponsorship, and so much more, because you get so much training. Have a look at that link of what it's like to work with us. And it's literally is mind-blowing about the amount of support that we give our agents and how many of our agents are so successful, and especially as being newer agents. And remember, folks, I work with team leaders and brokers to help train their agents. So if you are if you're a team leader or a brokerage owner and you're looking for someone to help grow your real estate business and to help train a lot of your agents, you know what to do. Book a call with me, and I'd be happy to share what I do to help all of my agents. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for coming.